Hello and welcome to another episode of Animeniacs.
Woohoo!
We're back at it again with more Monster Musume, Ordinary Life with Monster Girls, and 7, 8, and 9 are the episode numbers for this one.
Yep.
And, oh boy, we started off with Cody's favorite. We finally get introduced to the Spider Girl.
Yep.
So, Rakina Arkinia, I believe is her full name.
Okay.
I think they just call her Arachna or Rachna or something. I forget how they shorten it up, but
Yeah.
it's a long name to spew out.
Oh yeah.
But she is a half spider, half woman.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That. And Freaky is.
So, fans of the show already know Cody's stances on bugs, but for those of you tuning in, yeah, Cody has a phobia of insects, so this is a hard sell.
Most of spiders.
You don't like spiders, scorpions, bees, butterflies?
I don't mind butterflies.
Okay. I remember you used to. Anyway, Cody's phobia kind of hinders his like for Arachnia.
And what she does.
Yes, so she has a lot of spiderisms, which is she'll crawl on walls, ceiling, lurk in dark places, makes that lovely click-clack sound when she walks, and also shoots spiderwebs like no one's business. I don't even think Spider-Man
Nope.
could spin this many.
Nope. All the time.
All the time.
All.
And I always say she's a chaotic, or not chaotic evil, but just chaotic neutral.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. She's pretty much selfish.
Yeah.
And usually she does things for herself and not just for the sake of others.
Yeah.
But we'll see, eventually she'll change from that. She starts doing that in the next couple of episodes where she goes from, I'm the villain to, I'm just not good.
Hey. Nice. Isn't this the episode where we also got introduced to those?
The Monster Squad?
Yeah.
The Monsters New Order
Yeah.
is the squad name.
New Law, I think?
Oh, Monsters New Law, yeah.
Hey, I remember something.
Yeah. So this is run by Agent Smith, who has organized a team of monster girls to fight other monster criminals to keep the law of monsters can't be harmed by humans and humans can't be harmed by monsters.
Yeah.
So basically what you do if there's an organized group of criminal monsters, the police can't handle them because that's a international dispute at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, we just have a team that will fight them that's also monsters, so all good.
Yeah.
And so, to show off this team, we have a group of orcs take over an anime store, which is the weirdest concept, but hey, we're gonna run with this.
Yeah. And oh my god, these things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's not call them things, these ladies. Or are you talking about the orc?
The orcs.
Oh, the orcs, okay. Yeah, those are things. These pigs, you could have went with that too.
That's an insult to pigs.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, they made these guys very scummy and cringy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that you don't root for them by accident.
Yeah. And we've got... Oh.
Yes, I'm going to see if you know all the team members here. There's 4 of them.
Yeah. I know the Cyclops one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
Musume.
Minami Eye?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then we got the big thing with the...
So she's an Oni?
Okay.
Or a Japanese ogre?
Okay. Oni Ogre?
No, she's starts with a T, actually. I think they shorten it to Tia.
Okay, maybe.
But it's a long Japanese name.
Tia Ogre.
Yeah.
Ogre is his last name, I think. Or whatever.
No, I think when they are introduced, their title card is their first name and then their race.
Okay. And then we've got the zombie girl.
Yep.
Somehow forget her name.
Zombina, I believe.
There you go.
It's like not very creative. Yeah.
And then we got the doppelganger.
Yeah. Also not a very creative name.
Doppel.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Her name is Doppel the Doppelganger.
Okay, cool.
At least you can remember them. Except for, I say it's Tia, but I'm probably wrong on that.
Yeah. Interesting team.
It's an interesting team. So, how this team works is Monomi's your sniper. Zombina is your attack force.
And the tank.
Not really, no. The
Okay.
Tia is your tank and have brute force.
Right.
Zombina is more, you send her in, she's the scout.
And potential meat shield.
Yeah. She's your scout and shield. We'll explain why in a moment. And then you have Doppel as more of the undercover.
Yeah, she could turn into anyone.
Yeah, so let's go over their powers real quick.
Yeah.
So Doppel's ability is she can mimic anyone's form.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone's appearance and voice.
Yeah.
She can copy.
Oh yeah.
Tia is just a powerhouse. That's all she's got.
Oh, yeah. She's strong as crap.
Yeah.
Zombie is just immortal.
Yeah, you can't kill her. She's an
Yeah.
undead zombie.
And
You can demobilize her though,
probably take her kneecaps out.
if you cut off limbs. Yes,
Okay.
you can cut off her head and.
Okay. And the Cyclops.
Gee, I wonder.
Sniper.
Yeah.
The eye.
Yeah, she has incredible sight.
Yeah. I guess you would get that with just one eye.
Yeah. Your depth perception sucks, but your range of vision is great.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
As long as you can learn to live with the depth perception issue, which, if you live with that your whole life, it shouldn't be actually hard.
Yeah.
But
Glasses would cost less.
you get a monocle.
Exactly.
Or a giant contact lens.
Yep.
But yeah. So I like how this episode starts because it will start with the ending credits.
And then
Use the opening credits as the ending credits. It switches the credits around.
which was very interesting.
Yes. I like this because it did show the ending credits at the end of every other episode.
Mm-hmm.
So when they switched it, I didn't feel like I missed a season or I accidentally clicked on the wrong anime or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done that with a few animes where they'll switch the opening credits and then actually the tone of the episode changes.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like, am I watching the same anime I just watched like a few episodes ago? Because
Yep.
it doesn't feel that way. And this episode is a tone shift. Because we're not talking like happy dating, fun romance comedy anymore. This is actually tactical SWAT team.
Yep. And I think, isn't the second half like the spider?
Yeah. It's not even the second half, it's like the third half.
Okay.
Like, it's a very tail end thing.
Yep.
So we get introduced to this team so that we can show off what they do.
Oh yeah.
And then we go back to what's actually happening with the household.
Yeah. Which, you know, spider. Although we start off with Soraya being quite clingy.
Yeah. No, that's later.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the next episode. You're jumping the gun a little bit.
Dudes. A bit.
This is just after we see the events of the SWAT team, we cut to the house watching the news of it.
Mhm.
And then, as they're talking, you notice Poppy and Sue bringing food in. And they're like, stops like, what are you guys bringing in? I was like, oh, there's a bunch of food outside.
Go inside, just see a bunch of food and a sneaker.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, Darling was kidnapped.
Ew. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. So he's kidnapped by Ragnar because she found out about the harpy egg and that he basically destroyed it. Supposedly. And she's like, either a complete idiot or some kind-hearted person would do that. And she doesn't believe that humans can be kind-hearted. So she's in an attempt to break him and find out his true colors.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for her, he is actually that dumb and not kind-hearted.
Yeah.
And I especially like the scene where the SWAT team does show up, and he's freaking out because he thinks they're there for him for punching the guy in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, did it not occur to you that they're here for me? Why would they be here for you? Yeah, I guess you don't know my backstory, but...
Yeah, you just kidnapped me out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then even after that, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to turn myself in, and while I'm doing that, you run. I wish you the best of luck. And she just looks at him like, are you for real? What the hell?
And then cut to the outside, them just hearing the argument.
Yeah. He does realize he's a hostage, right? Not an accomplice.
And she kind of guilts him into taking her in, doesn't she?
Yeah. So we find out that Ragnar was originally under Smith's jurisdiction.
Yeah.
She was given to the wrong home, which we'll get more into that later.
Okay.
And basically, Ragnar felt that her home didn't like her and sold her away to that scumbag we met in the previous episode. Still wasn't enough. I like to think he's dead.
I hope he's dead.
Yeah. So now, next episode.
Yay!
This is where Soraya is getting a little clingy, and we still don't get an answer why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than, I think she's trying to be protective of Darling from Ragnar, because no one really trusts Ragnar in the household. But Soraya has a nobility and doesn't like judging people just on appearance.
Mm-hmm. And yet she feels like she is doing that.
Yeah. So she's conflicted because she's like, I'm trying not to judge her on appearance, but I'm actually judging her on appearance. And that's not fair, especially because we're both monster girls.
Yeah.
And we get that all the time. It's not right.
Although Ragnar does not help herself.
No. She does a lot of questionable things, too.
Like, attacking.
While he's taking a piss.
Yeah.
He just came in here and startled me, and I suddenly just tied him up.
Lock the door.
Yeah. From now on, lock the door when you're in here.
And then go up into his room at night.
Yeah.
And, spiderweb the lock, so...
Oh yeah, no, Spider Led the Walk was made a spider hammock for him. And just... She's... Like, you wonder why she's like this, but I was like, I think she's just being playful.
Oh yeah. And then Soraya cuts through!
And then kidnaps Darling and they take off. And as they're running, she points out how everyone's staring. And she's like, this is what we get on a daily, is everyone just staring.
And then,
Yeah, we make the joke that it's like, no, I don't think they're staring at your horse butt.
Yeah. And then, slowly stops running.
Yeah. Then they get surrounded by the rednecks, who basically take advantage of the fact that a non-human can't hurt a human. But
And, Darling goes to hurt them, but gets grabbed.
and held. And Rachna comes and saves the day.
Yeah, wrap them up in web.
And scare the living hell out of them until they pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love that line. It's like, do you really think you're going to get the chance to tell the authorities?
I'll eat you first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to do horrible things to you. And bypasses in, and then she's like, aren't you going to get in trouble for, breaking the law? It's like, only if I get caught.
And then they walk home.
Yeah. And then Rachna has a very interesting point to make.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you don't have to pretend to like me. That makes you a hypocrite in my mind.
Yeah.
I'd much rather you hate me and tell me you hate me because of how I look. I know I'm a half spider.
Yeah.
I don't give off a pleasant aura.
No.
It's okay to hate me.
Yeah. You creep the shit out of me.
Yes. And that's the second episode we watch, really.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else.
No.
I do want to bring up how dumb Poppy is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, all these groceries. Why?
So, yes, Poppy's not the brightest and wouldn't put two and two together on that.
Yeah. Sue. She's Sue.
Yeah. I can't blame Sue. Sue's
like a baby.
Yeah, Sue's a child.
Yeah.
She just follows along.
Poppy should know better.
Poppy is supposed to be the same age as everyone else in the household.
Doesn't act like it.
But we find out that harpies don't have the best brain.
It's fair.
Or Poppy's not giving a great example of what harpies are like.
No.
I'm going to throw that in there.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet an actual harpy other than Poppy for the moment.
Yeah.
But Poppy's cute, and I can accept that.
Yeah. And next episode.
Yeah, so next episode starts off weird is that Smith and Darling are going on a date.
Yeah.
And the other girls aren't... Oh, wait, we're skipping a part.
Oh.
We forgot when he gets sick.
Oh, that was last episode?
I believe that's last episode.
Okay, crap.
Yeah. So, the next part of the last episode, sorry everyone, is that he gets sick, and because human viruses, we don't want them to mutate inside monster girls because that'll cause a pandemic.
Yeah.
Buddy's quarantined, and no one can get near him. And Smith will take care of him. Of course she will. Excuse just to get away from work.
Yeah. Which we see. You're just going to leave us with all the work.
Yep. So actually, it's up to the monster girls to help the Darling. And we find a workaround is that Sue is immune to diseases as a slime.
Yeah.
So Sue's going to work as a proxy nurse. So we're going to show Sue what to do, and then Sue's going to do that to Darling, and then Darling's going to feel better, and we all win. Ha ha ha! How many ways can this go wrong, Cody?
Drowning. 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 Drowning.
So they kind of go out of hand with their methods. A lot of it is use your body temperature to warm him, which...
Check, put your forehead to his.
And see if he's warm. Now, I was like, Sue, you do realize that if you push something against Sue, it goes into her body.
I don't think they thought that far.
No, it's clear that they weren't thinking this far.
No.
It didn't help that Sue actually can transform and look like people, including Darling. So they got a little flustered when they could have
him.
Technically him in the room.
Just a whole bunch of stuff they did.
Oh yeah. There's take a cold bath in herbal medicines is how a mermaid would cure themselves.
They'll just kill him.
Yeah. Oh, how long am I supposed to stay there? Oh, about a week.
I'll be dead.
I'll be dead by then, don't worry. Mia tries cooking. Oh yeah, this fun dish. She makes white porridge rice. And guess what the main ingredient is?
Anything white.
Like anything white.
Sugar, white chocolate,
white radish, red onion, white rice, obviously.
That's just it.
Yeah, it's not good. Her cooking skills have improved in that it doesn't look poisonous anymore, but
it's still poison.
But the ingredients aren't great.
Yeah. And Sue brings it in to Darling.
She already ate it.
And he's like, thank you.
You do not know how much I appreciate you right now.
And we have... What did Poppy do?
Poppy was like Harpy's just cuddle with feathers.
Oh, so... Yeah, slimes don't turn into
beautiful
things.
bird people as well.
They turn into something terrifying.
Yes. And then we finally get a little backstory on what happened, and that Sue ran off for some reason and got caught out in the rain, and that Darling came to find her and take her back and gave her the umbrella so she wouldn't be affected by the rain.
Yep, and in turn he got a cold.
And in turn he got a cold. So Sue realizes, this is my fault, and I'm going to fix this myself.
Yeah. I don't even remember what she did.
She basically could read the symptoms of what he was feeling and found remedies for them.
Oh.
Mostly he was just dehydrated and just needed water, which she happily supplied.
Yep.
We'll not go into details on how, but...
Nope. Redacted.
Redacted. And we'll just go to the final episode.
Yeah.
So the final episode starts with Darling and Smith out on a date, and the rest of the girls kind of doing a covert operation to spy on them to see what this is about.
Yep.
And they first go to a maid cafe. So Meryl and Sue, we find out that Sue is like, oh, she's basically camouflage. We can change her into clothing or anything else we need. So keep Sue with you and then just look the part.
Yeah.
So Meryl goes into the maid cafe and basically fools everyone because it's like, wait, isn't that Meryl? And it's like, well, of course not. Meryl would have fish. It has a fish tail.
Yeah.
How is she walking around?
And then you see her hopping.
Yeah, you see her hopping around. I was like, oh god.
And then she sweats.
She sweats and then...
Redacted.
Yeah, redacted. Sue's dehydrated, redacted. So then they go to a gaming arcade. Luckily, there's a promotion for a new game that features fairy or angel girls.
Mm-hmm.
So Poppy's up next because Poppy can use her wings and Sue can look like the arms.
Yeah. And
works, they hide themselves, and then Poppy goes to phone in to tell everyone what's going on and drops the phone in a redacted area.
Yep. Which
slides down further into a more redacted area.
Yep. And the rest is
redacted. Also, Sanarea gives a phone call which acts to another redacted scene. This is all in front of everyone at the gaming arcade too, so...
We're filming!
Yeah, of course we're filming this.
Yep. And they leave.
Yeah. Go for ice cream. So, Mia and Sanarea, or Soraya, are up next. And they're like, well, we'll just pretend to be the ice cream stall attendants.
Yeah.
Because the other guy apparently came down in the case of the diarrheas.
Yeah.
That's what we saw.
Yeah.
So, and they realize that Sue can't make two outfits separate, so we're going to share one outfit together as a disguise.
They get the ice cream, and a bunch of people show up.
A bunch of people show up because Senra's, or both of them, are too pretty to not ignore these ice cream attendant girls.
Well, also, Senra's clothing is
quite revealing.
Yeah.
And of course, as they take Darling and Smith walk away, Mia has to go follow them.
Of course she does.
Yeah. Not realizing that, hey, I'm attached to Senra.
And she leaves, and
of course, redacted.
Yeah. Although this wasn't as redacted as the last one.
No.
Holy crap. I don't remember what happens with Mia completely at that point.
So she finds out that they go to a private hotel to talk, and she's there, and then Rachna shows up.
For reasons.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if he's Peter with Smith, I'm gonna get a picture.
Yeah, I'm going to have some blackmail material for our best interest, because it'll be an interest of conflict.
So she goes up to the window.
And then Mia's like, well, no, he wouldn't be doing that.
Tackles and just starts strangling.
And then they get pulled in by the SWAT team.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, this is awkward.
And it turns out, they got death threats.
Yeah. So Darling is getting a death threat, and that's why Smith wanted to do this in a covert way so that no one else knew.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if we go on a fake date, maybe it will lure out the killer, and then we can capture him.
Yeah.
So now our next plan, and for the next couple of episodes, it's going to be us going on dates while trying to figure out who this killer is. Because all we got is a death threat signed by D.
Yeah.
And D could stand for anything.
Oh, yeah.
So our first date is Mia and Meryl go to the aquarium with Darling.
Yeah. Mia's upset.
Mia gets upset because Meryl kind of runs the show at the aquarium.
Yep.
She's like VIP and also a stage member. And of course, Darling's watching a beautiful performance, and Mia takes that as he's more interested in her than me. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
As she leaves, she runs into what is a dragon newt, Draco. Real original name. I love it.
Yep.
Draco the dragon newt.
Go out on a canoe.
Yeah. And of course, things get a little out of hand, and Darling runs in to save them, which can be classified as a boating accident instead of a full-on assault.
It's like, did you hurt that monster? No, I had a boating accident.
That's how I frame it.
I just love how Meryl stole the paddles.
Yep.
Laughing about it.
It's like, I better get out of the way before he hits me.
Where's the paddles? And then, come to find out, Draco the Dragonute?
Yeah. Is a she, not a he, and was looking for a best friend. Which, the actions up to this point are like, that's not how you treat your friends.
Yeah, you don't, redacted crap.
Yeah. So, yeah, the next couple episodes will be us going on dates and finding out who D is.
Yeah.
And you can go for your Monsterpedia of all the D-sounding monsters. And I bet you $20, one of them will be in here.
Okay, yep.
But until then, we'll call the episode here. So thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, have a good one.
Peace out.